Those calls. I'm not answering any calls for the rest of the time that I'm doing this, although I might have to pause again. If I answer a call, it stops the video. So, I had it paused, there was a call. I didn't really feel like trying to play, who is this? Should I answer? Should I not? You know? My stomach is giving me absolute hell. Ah, hot glue. I touched it. Ouch. But this hot glue gun is not too hot, so I don't have to worry about it. It's just hot enough to melt the glue. It's not hot enough to like cause burns or anything unless you're being stupid. So I'm not being stupid. So let's see, can I try and get this a little better shaped? Should have paid more attention to that, but my attention is split right now. I'm just trying not to puke while I'm doing this. Oh goodness. Alright. Nobody's gonna care about the interior of this, but I'll know. Alright, as long as I have like the basic shape, and then it'll kinda... There'll be cat ears. With green insides and glitter, because this kid likes glitter. I don't know why this kid likes glitter. I mean, I guess every kid likes glitter, but I don't know, society just tells us something different. Like that he shouldn't because he's a boy, but we've never told him that, and we don't want anybody else to try that shit, so we just don't mention it. If it's weird, we just don't mention it. Also, I'm putting other material on. Actually, this would probably... the felt will probably go up in flames, like, and I think they do something to felt. Like, before the inside stuff. Yes, I worry about this. Even knowing, I still worry about this. I've tested it, I know, but I'm still gonna worry about it because this is me, and I'm gonna worry about it. It's just what I do. No. Too much at once, and we're going to end up with unwanted folds in the material, and I'm basically attempting to blog while doing this. It's not working. But basically, you can make a lot of things. If you know how. We get by on what we do only because we know how to make a lot of things. So it's actually very useful, and sometimes creative people can come up with solutions that other people don't think about. And a lot of times school and whatnot will basically do everything that they can to destroy creativity, or they'll go too far to sort of defend it. I wish that they would just find a middle ground. Just, there's a time and a place, and then there's a time and a place to not. But then there's always creativity. Creativity is always there. But teaching healthy boundaries with it is also kind of necessary. Kids today don't always have those because either someone is pushing what isn't boundaries and it's just glorified do as I say. I'm not answering this one because for some reason this scam is calling me multiple times today. Like Halloween is like just the magical call her 5 times day. If it's important, they'll leave a message. I'm just not dealing with this shit right now. They've already called me like 5 times. They've already delved into what amounts to basically harassment. I'm not answering any more calls that aren't by someone I explicitly know today. But I don't recognize the number, I'm not answering. And they change their number almost daily, so they'll call me from like 3 different numbers, and it's a scam that's trying to get your social security number, basically, though. So I'm gluing this on because I don't want to deal with it. I'll probably go over it with a needle and thread afterwards just to make sure that it's all secure. This is basically just to give an extra layer of soft and also I don't really want to deal with any problems with this thing. So there's actually quite a bit of effort and time that goes into this. But I only have like a couple hours, so there's actually a lot of steps I'm skipping. Like, there's a lot of things that I could do technically for the accepted ways of doing things. So I'm kind of improvising. Actually, I'm doing a lot of improvising right now. And this is something that you don't run into with people who aren't really creative at all. So some creativity, it's necessary for the world to go round. But there's actually a lot of people who'll just sit there and just be giant douches about it. Creative people will often think of solutions that maybe other people won't think of. Sometimes they'll just be like, I don't know. They're not obligated to always have all the ideas. But they're more likely to have them than someone who's just never innovated. And sometimes creative people aren't even innovative. Like, I've actually met someone who wasn't. It was a weird experience, because I've always been innovative. Like, how do we fix this problem? Why are you looking at me? Well, you usually have some sort of idea. You have opinions. Now we have need of them. Use them! You know, that sort of thing. So, I mean, yeah. That was actually something someone said to me once, by the way. You have opinions on everything, and you're creative. We need your help. You must use... He was a very dramatic teacher. It was in high school. I think it was like Mr. English. And I asked him, why do you think I have an idea of how to fix this? And he said, well, you're creative. And I'm like, what? I didn't get it back then. Like, no one had ever said that to me. Like, creative people sometimes think of ideas that other people don't. It actually took years for me to realize that. And I had to realize it on my own. Except, like, one friend kind of pointed it out. But, like, I'd already realized it by that point. Except, I didn't really realize that it was because I was creative. I just kind of thought that I didn't have a high opinion of humanity. I still don't. But not for the same... That's not one of the reasons now. Now it's more of, here's your sign. Those types of people. And I admit that not being creative does not make it here's your sign, but still, if you're here's your sign, you, I'm sorry. But I have opinions about this. And some people can be... I don't have 3 hands to make this work, so I gotta make it work with 2. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't make this one wide enough. That's okay. I'll go back over it with something a little cleaner. Probably go around it with another... You know what? If I go around it with some thread, maybe some embroidery thread, which makes surprisingly good, just all around tie this up thread. Not everybody who's creative, like, gets into all this stuff, though. Like, I've always been like this. Where, you know, I'm always into, like, all these different projects. Like, even people who knew me well would just, like, see something, and my grandfather still does. Sometimes, like, there's kits, like, somebody has to explain to me what that even is, because I'm not used to using kits. I just kind of get a bunch of stuff, put it together, and do something with it. Like, I'm actually worried about how this is going to look. Like, I know I can make it functional, but I want it to look nice, too. Which is its own demon. Alright, that piece is long enough. Let's straighten that out. So, like, I don't even know if Chris knows what he's going to be this year. Because usually we let him pick it out, like, weeks in advance, sometimes months. And this year, it just kind of got away from us. I don't think this one is wide enough either. Nope. But maybe, yeah, I can take these that aren't wide enough. Oops. Well, I guess I'm not using that part of that. Okay. And yeah, I mean, the cord on this is not liking me. Not like the cord can feel things, but you know, it's things that we say. It's things that I've been saying since I was little. Mom, it won't do what I tell it to. What? So, you know, you just create things for, like, your entire life, and you have quirks from that. Like, this thing hates me. Things cannot hate you, and you know this because you've grown, but you've been saying it since you were a little kid, so words, they come out of your mouth. It's just part of a habit. So, let's see. Because we want this whole thing to kind of be gray, I can probably disguise some of this. I'm basically just covering it because it's just supposed to be a costume that he wears once. He'll probably end up doing it more than once just because I said that. So he'll probably end up either loving it or hating it. But damn it, there will be a costume. This kid... It's not going to do without just because we got caught up in the move. Alright. So, you know, adults sometimes make mistakes, like not getting a costume in time. But you must have skill at fixing these mistakes. So either you better be ready to shell out money for it, a last-minute costume, have a relative that already made the costume, or, which in our case would just be me anyway, mostly. So, or... last-minute shenanigans. Ouch! That one was still warm. I don't know why I said ouch. Okay, so... For now I'm not covering the ends. 'Cause reasons. They're actually calling me again. Right now. All this has been paused. Wow, they're determined today. And yeah, it's from a different number.